Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a quick pop-up edition of here on the Ben Zone. There's no title for this show, but just call it a quick pop-up show. My name is Ben Cornett. Wow, what a weekend! What a day! What a weekend! Um, four great well, take that back. Three great games. The other, I don't know what you call that one from last night between the Giants and Eagles. That that game reminded me of Goodfellas, where the Giants were Billy Bats and the Eagles were Henry Hill, Tommy DeVito, Jimmy Conway, just beating the crap out of Billy Bats. But if you've ever seen Goodfellas, you'll know what I'm talking about. Um, yeah, the four games were great. They really, they really were. This, especially the last game we just got done watching. The Cowboys, they kept up with the Niners. I knew it'd be a close game, but the difference was is simple. Dak Prescott, he he that Dak showed up tonight. That's not the one you wanted to show up, and didn't play his best. He had a few good throws, but he had two interceptions, and that was the difference. And Brock Purdy you know, played okay, but I thought, the running game, McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, um, they were the difference. And the Niners defense is just so good. It's just so hard to score on that team. Um, although Seattle did score more touchdowns on them than the Cowboys did. So now San Francisco is going to play Philadelphia. That should be a hell of a game. I can't wait to see that game next Sunday. That'll be the first game of the two. That'll start at 3 o'clock Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. I'll give my picks this week. You'll see on the NFL edition. But I can't wait to see that matchup. That's going to be really good. Both defenses are very good. Um, then you got the running game. I'd probably give the advantage to the Niners. Um, Defensively, it's just about even. I will say the secondary of Philly may be a little better than San Francisco, so we'll see about that. Um, the linebackers, I mean, I kind of got to go Niners with Greenlaw and Fred Warner. You know, Philly's got some good linebackers too, but I give the edge to the Niners in that department. The tight end play could be interesting. George Kittle, um, he had a great catch. You know, it's funny when he said, tried to make it dramatic, but that's just funny. But it was still an amazing catch, amazing concentration on that. And that was a big play. I think that was a third down play, and then Kittle was able to make that catch. So props to him. Um, let's talk about the other games. The Giants and Eagles, I'm not going to really discuss. I mean, Philly was just so much better, and the Giants came back down to earth. I mean, Daniel Jones had to play a perfect game, and he didn't. To give him a chance, it was over early. Philly got a KO in the first round, and the Giants never recovered. So, but props to the Giants. Congratulations to them. They deserve to be in the playoffs this year. Great turnaround. Brian Dable turned that team around, turned the culture around, and they'll be good still. They'll be good for years to come. Philly, it's just their time. They're so much better right now, both offensively and defensively. It was just pretty much a mismatch for the New York Giants. So Philly and San Fran, two best teams are still alive the way it should be. I'm glad it's the two best teams in the NFC, one and two. But the Niners have to go on the road. It's going to be a tough game. Do I think they can do it? Absolutely. I did pick the Niners and Bengals for the Super Bowl, so my Super Bowl matchup is still intact, but it's going to be tough for the Niners in Philly. It's not easy. So we'll see what happens. It'll come down to quarterback play. Brock Purdy, Jalen Hurts. We'll see what happens. It should be a great matchup. I cannot wait for that game. Now on to the other games. We'll start with the Jags and Chiefs. A good game yesterday. The Jags, they came to play. And betting-wise, I knew Jacksonville would cover. Chiefs are like 9-point favorites. Jacksonville lost just by 7 points, so they covered. But, the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. Defensively, they're great. Tough environment, but I thought Trevor Lawrence, didn't play his best game, but he didn't play a bad game either. And you could see the growth, the maturity of Trevor Lawrence, both as a player and both on the field and off the field. He's just getting better. And that's Doug Peterson. Just like Brian Dable turned Daniel Jones around, Doug Peterson's turned around Mr. Trevor Lawrence, and Trevor Lawrence is looking really good, and he's going to be a great quarterback for years to come. So can't wait to see the Jaguars do their thing in the years to come. But this is a good learning lesson for them. Get that experience. You lost, but you got to the divisional round. Nothing to be ashamed of. Kansas City doing their thing still. Mahomes is Mahomes. Now the question's going to be, how's that ankle going to do? That's a big injury, and they really rely on Mahomes, his footwork, his skill set, move out of the pocket. It's definitely going to be tested next week against a team that very little picked. I picked them to win this game this weekend, and cheers to me. The Bengals. Now, they were down a few offensive linemen. That scared me a little bit, but I still felt like they could do it just because Joe Burrow's just so great. He's cool. He's like Mr. Cool. Nothing phases him. Nothing bothers him. Nothing scares him. He just goes in there. He goes in there and plays. Like, he's got ice in his veins. I mean, that cold weather in Buffalo, that snow, that might have been warm to him, because this dude's ice cold in the veins, and that Bengals run game was great. Mixon ran the ball down their throat. Penrod ran it well too. Jamar Chase made some great catches. Joe Burrow just sliced and diced that Bills defense, and man, now they play the Chiefs. I picked the Bengals. They're going to the Super Bowl again. I think they're going to beat Kansas City again in KC. I know KC wants to get revenge, but with Mahomes' ankle, I know he's going to play, but is he going to be nearly as effective against that Cincinnati defense? I don't know. I like the Bengals in this game. They're going to win that game. I'm still going to go Niners over Philly, although it's in Philadelphia. It's a tough place to play, but I still like the Niners defense. Dallas gave them every shot, and they took it. Who knows? Maybe Dallas wore them down enough to where it'll be tough on them to go into Philly next week, but I still like the Niners. So the Niners and Bengals, those are my picks next week. They were my picks to go to the Super Bowl, and I did pick Cincinnati to win the Super Bowl, so I'm still alive in that. But Cincinnati, well-deserved. They look great, both offensively and defensively. Even their backups that played today on the offensive line played really well. I mean, it's amazing. And Joe Burrow has a lot to do with that because he gets that ball out fast. But, man, props to the offensive line, the backups that filled in for Kappa, Jonah Williams, and Collins, too, who's been out for the year. Give them credit, man. They deserve it. Joe Burrow owes them a steak dinner, man. They played their ass off. They slowed down Buffalo's pass rush. Real quick, Buffalo, it's disappointing. I mean, a lot of people had him going to the Super Bowl. I've seen a lot of people pick Buffalo to win the Super Bowl, and that's fair. That's fair. I mean, they look like a team that could do it, but Josh Allen, he misses Brian Dable. What I mean by that is Brian Dable did a great job of not only the play calling when he was the OC for Buffalo the last few years, but also put Josh Allen in positions where he didn't make too many mistakes. And this year, Josh Allen he led the league. He led the league in interceptions. He had like 16, and you could see he misses him. He misses Dable in his play calling, and Josh had to do a lot of things. Take the game into his own hands. Um, he ran the ball too much this year. They didn't have a great run game. James Cook is okay, but they need to shore up. They need to get a better running game. They need to shore that up. Probably need to get another tackle. And I tweeted today. I don't know if anybody follows me on Twitter, but I made a tweet where I said it's still very early on in Josh's career, but he's getting into Philip Rivers territory. And what I mean by that is very good quarterback, but will probably never make a Super Bowl or win a Super Bowl, whether it's him or the team or both. That's kind of the trajectory I see Josh Allen. Now, I hope I'm wrong, but that's where I kind of see Josh Allen heading toward, is that Philip Rivers territory. Philip Rivers was a very good quarterback, but he just never got teams over the top. He only made like one AFC championship appearance. Josh Allen's made one AFC championship appearance. So they're very similar. Allen's a lot better runner, faster, more athletic than Philip Rivers, but I just see the same thing. I just see him as that type of quarterback that he gets to a certain level and that's it. He doesn't get to that higher level, meaning conference championship games, Super Bowls, stuff like that. In other words, he's a great regular season quarterback. And the Bills, they have a lot of free agents this offseason. Another thing that was kind of disturbing to watch was Stephon Diggs yelling at Josh Allen on the bench. You wonder if that relationship's going to be fractured. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they do in the offseason. Again, it's disappointing for the Bills. I know they had a rough year, but you wonder if that window's starting to not close, but that window's kind of like took another notch down. You still here's the bottom, here's that window. This year it kind of went this way. It's still a little open, but year after year, if they don't get to where they want to go, it could start to close. So we'll see what happens in the offseason for the Bills. They got a lot of decisions to make. With that being said, let me read some of these comments. Oh, there's a lot of comments. Guys, here we go. Scott Thaler is first. Very good. I'm going to go on my Facebook because we got a lot of Facebook users. I'm sorry I didn't put the StreamYard in that. My bad. Let's see. Fix Go Niners, John Lynch. A lot of heart emojis. I think that's on my profile. Or who that would be. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I should have put the StreamYard in to see your names. How silly of me. Let's see. To the comments in a minute. Okay. Well, whoever wrote that, thank you for joining. Go Niners, yes. Love this. Thank you. Niners will never beat the Eagles. I don't know. We'll see. Again, they're both great defenses, Scott. You know, it could go either way, depending on the quarterback play and the run game. The run game is very vital for both teams. That's why they've been so good this year offensively. Corey says Bucks will have to keep an eye on quarterbacks in San Francisco. One of them will need to be cut. Yeah, we'll talk about that in the offseason, Corey. Right now, I think you stick with Purdy. Trey Lance, tough break. He got injured, but there may be an open competition. But for right now, I mean, it's Brock's job. That's it. Corey, Bucks trade Kyle Trask for Trey Lance. I don't think that's going to happen. Well, for a lot of reasons. One, we don't have an offensive line that can cater to Trey Lance, who is a running quarterback. So, a la Jameis Winston, who I know I hate bringing that up too, but when Jameis was the Bucks quarterback, you saw how Donovan Smith had so many penalties because Jameis couldn't get the ball out in time. He had to spend like 5-6 seconds blocking. So, and for an offensive tackle, that's a lot of time. I hate running quarterback scramble. Only like mobile quarterbacks don't run. Yeah, well, again, this depends how good they are. I mean, Mahomes is a once in a generation quarterback. He does both. Can stay in the pocket and scramble out of the pocket. Josh Allen, I think, needs to slow down on that. He needs a better running game. And that was evident today. That's why they haven't been able to get as far as they have these past couple years. They need to really improve on that. Philly is going to smack the Niners. I don't know about that. I don't think they'll smack them, but it should be a great game, though. Again, just like I said a few minutes ago, just depends on, the run game and the quarterback play because both defenses are very good. They're going to definitely get after the quarterbacks. Bengals going to win it all. Well, that's who I picked. So hope we're right. Burrow is the best quarterback left with Mahomes being hurt. Yeah, I can agree with that. But I'm not going to count out Mahomes. I mean, he's still one of the best. He's won a Super Bowl. He's been the two of them. So as long as you got number 15 out there, can't count him out. I always say that about Brady with the Bucks. As long as you have number 12, you always got a chance. Although I was very wrong on that a couple of Mondays ago, but it is what it is. The Cowboys' loss kept me from winning Terry's money. Oh, okay. You sure about that? Let's see. They need a pass rush. I think you're talking about the. Who are you talking about? Again, I'm on Facebook users. I got to put the streamer. I'm gonna give me 1 second. I'm gonna just so I could see your comments because I forgot to put the StreamYard cap. Let me put that on there. Hold on 1 sec, guys. Okay. All right. Let's see if that'll work. So Bills missed Vaughn. Yeah. Okay, that's what you're talking about. The Buffalo Bills. Yeah. Von Miller that injury was vital. That was definitely a huge loss. Although, again, I just don't know if that would have made enough of a difference. Would that have won Buffalo a Super Bowl? Maybe, maybe not. But I still think the play of Josh Allen needs to get better. He needs help at the running back position. So that's what I think. Mr. Handy, Mr. Cornett, good evening, sir. Good evening, Anthony. How you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming on. Leaving a comment. Thank you so much. Allen is good, but not great. I agree. He's, I would say top 10, but not top 5. Well, that's tough because, yeah, I'd probably have to go top 5 only because right now I would say it's Burrow, Mahomes, Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, I still got to go Josh Allen. I think he's very, very good. He's not elite. Let's put it, that's a better term. He's not elite, in my opinion. Burrow and Mahomes are the best. Absolutely. I agree. Agree with that. Philip Rivera, ACL tear championship 2012. Yeah, he did. Yeah. But again, Rivers was just never able to take it up to that next level. And he was good, very good in the regular season, but he just wasn't good enough to where you could maybe even Hall of Fame. I I don't think he gets in the Hall of Fame. Maybe he does eventually, but he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, and I just don't know. But Rivers is really good, but just not elite. See, Anthony says, told the misuse, the Bills are in a win right now kind of deal. They have one, maybe 2 more seasons before the current gang splits up. Yeah, I think so. And I said earlier, Anthony, that the window is right now. This is the bottom of the window seal, and this is the window. Each year they don't make it, it slides down just a little bit more, and it's kind of like right here, right now. So I still think they need a running game, get a running back, another offensive lineman, another pass rusher, and maybe they'll get over that hump. So, and Josh Allen has to play well in big games. When it counts, he has to play well. And I don't think he's always played that well in big games. So we'll see what happens there. Mahomes needs to soak his ankle in the tub with bath bombs. Okay. Well, he's going to have to use more than bath bombs to get that ankle going. That was me, Odette. Okay. Thank you, Odette, for coming on. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a great night. Yep, it's Odette Brenson's. Thank you, Scott. Burrow's chance this year, Odette. I think so. But he's young enough to where he's going to have a lot more chances. I think he's a great quarterback, and he's just getting better and better. So we'll see what happens next week. Big game. Got to go back to KC, see if he can get it done yet another time. He's undefeated against the Chiefs, so he's got that going for him. But we'll see what happens. It was Ryan Flowers. Yep. Tom Brady, the Cardinals. No, they got the little guy, Murray. Uncle Shay Shay in the building. Light up the black and milds and pass the hen dog. Oh, man. That was fun, though, the other night when he was at the Laker game. Philip Rivers, not good. Fourth quarter throws picks. Yeah, that was another issue with Philip Rivers. He made some mistakes in key moments. So, that's I know he had some great teams in San Diego, but they just never got to that level. And their best shot, I believe, was 2006, where they went 14-2, but they lost to New England in the divisional round. They had the home field, just didn't play well enough, and you know it happens. And Philip Rivers made well, um, they just never quite got to that level again. So part of it was the team; they didn't do a great job of building that team, you know. But at the same time, Philip Rivers was your franchise quarterback. He just didn't take it to that next level, and that could be what keeps him out of the Hall of Fame. Um, Maybe not. He might still get in, but it won't be a first or second ballot. He'll be in there a while. LA Rams are still the Super Bowl champions. Yeah, they are. Facebook user W. Alvin Kamara trade to the Bills. Um, I don't know, Corey. They could, but that'll be interesting. Buffalo. Um, like I said, they need a running game, but I think Galvin's got a lot of money and can afford. The Saints are going to ask for picks, so I mean, it could be a good move. You might not be wrong on that, but the Saints are going to probably ask for a lot of compensation. They'll want to get like at least a second rounder for him. So, will the Bills do that? Maybe because they're in win now mode, so it's possible. Corey says, "Why did the Chargers let Drew Brees go for Phillips?" Um, for Philip Rivers. Well, at the time, I don't know if you remember Corey, but you probably do. Uh, Drew Brees had a shoulder injury. I think it was one of the last games of the year, and they, it was like 04, 03, or 04, something like that. They weren't sure. Now, it was a pretty serious injury. Drew Brees tore that labrum, or I think it was right here. Really bad shoulder injury. They didn't know if he was going to play again. So it's hard to blame the Chargers for moving on because they drafted Philip Rivers, just in case. They just weren't sure. But it's just one of those things where Drew Brees, look, he got better. The shoulder got better. He went to a great situation. He had a great relationship with Sean Payton, and they won a Super Bowl together. Look, that one, it's hard. I get it. You know, 2020 hindsight will tell you, oh, they should never have done that. But at the time, we didn't know that, Drew Brees was ever going to be 100% again after that injury. So it's tough to tell, Corey. I mean, who knows what would have happened if they kept him? Maybe it would have been great. But I think him going to New Orleans, being with Sean Payton, just the perfect marriage. And they were able to get a Super Bowl out of it. And, they had great success there. So it's really tough to argue that. So you just don't know sometimes. It's it's easy to be right after the fact. So Kamara has a few miles on him. I think the Bills will pick up a young stud in the draft. Oh yeah, Anthony, they might. They should. I mean, they definitely should. That should be their picks as running back. So, I wouldn't be against that. I don't know if you draft one in the first round, but maybe second or third round. Draft. Where's Hoochie Mama Alex Schomburg? I don't know. Let me bring the boy in here. See if he wants to come on. I'm not sure. Let me. Since you want him, Scott. We'll see if he comes on, but can't promise you. I thought the Saints cheated Super Bowl. Sean Payton paid players cash money, hurt others' career. Yeah, that was called Bountygate, if you remember. That was Bountygate Corey. That was Greg Williams. Remember that guy? Took out Brett Favre. Took out a lot of legs. So, yeah, remember that very well. Anthony says Georgia has a couple going. Chris Rodriguez from Kentucky. Okay, that some good names. Those are good second to fourth round picks. You know, there's a lot of good stuff. You know, you can get a lot of good players in the third, fourth round. So, ladies and gentlemen, Scott Taylor, if you're still listening out there, you got your wish, bud. I hope you're ready for this guy because I know I am. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy serves our country very proudly. He is my favorite sailor and yours. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Alec Schomber. Alec, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Quite a weekend. I know it didn't turn out like you were hoping for, but man, what a game
I
between the
mean,
Cowboys.
don't worry.
Between
It'll come true next weekend when the 49ers get whooped. I mean, sooner or later they're gonna lose. I don't care. I'm calling it. Team's fraudulent. They're sus. It's gonna come to light next weekend. It's gonna come to light. Everybody's gonna see it. Brock Purdy is not him. George Kittle can fucking stub his fucking toe. It's like every time you try to back the Cowboys up, it's like either whenever you pick against them, pick with them, just fuck that team. Just fuck that team.
well, Alec, their defense stepped up. Can't deny that. They kept them in the game, but like you said, Dak, your 2 picks, that was the difference. And Pollard got hurt. That's very important to note because they were missing him in the second half. They could have used Pollard because he was running pretty well. So, but it is what it is, and the Niners move on, play Philly. I still like the Niners in this game. It'll be very close. Um, I like the Bengals and Chiefs, man. What do you think?
Um, you said the AFC champion, like the NFC and the AFC.
AFC, Chiefs and Bengals.
I like the Bengals in that one.
Okay, I do too. Let's see. Hold on a sec. Sorry, Alec.
I just want
Ryan
baseball to
Flowers.
be here already. That's all I
Yeah,
want.
Ryan. Yeah, Ryan Flowers. Thank you for tuning in. He says the Niners are going to win it all, or I'm sorry, the Bengals. The Bengals are going to win it all, and that's who I picked too. So, and Scott agrees with you, Alec. The Niners are posers. Oh man. So, uh, what else do you take out of this weekend, Alec? I mean, let's talk about the Bills. Do you think their window is starting to close?
I mean, so far, not really. But
Not really.
who knows at this point? I mean, you can only wish so much on that team. Crazier things have happened.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I still think they need a running back. They still need a pass rush. They still need another tackle on the line, and who knows? They can maybe get over the top then, but when you're in a conference with Burrow and Mahomes and now Trevor Lawrence, it doesn't get easier, man. It just doesn't get easier. So we'll see how that goes. Let's read another comment here. Bucks still best team wins two Super Bowls from the NFC. That's Corey. Not this year though. We were not the best, not even close. But hey, you're right. We did it 2 years ago, and I'm always going to be thankful for that. Oh
Yeah,
man,
I honestly did not know that that cap space thing. I did not know that shit. I saw it this morning. I was like, well, fuck.
Yeah, because remember Brady was taking some money out of his salary to bring in more players. So that money goes back. You know what I mean? Like it pushes back. Yeah. So I think the best thing would be is if Brady retired. You take the $35 million hit, and after 2023, then you'll have some cap space now. But if he signs with another team, they're still on the Bucks are still on the books for his salary for both 2023 and 2024. So
I mean, next year I really didn't really have any high hopes. It's gonna go back to the old years where we hopefully get 5 wins, 6 wins. It's gonna be rough for the next like 2 years or so. I'm hoping it's only 2 years, but probably like 2, 3 years. Depends on how we build the draft the next year, a couple of years, because no one's really like we were only like a free agent hotspot because of the quarterback. Because no one really wanted to sign with us before, and hopefully down the road, once the cap space is fixed, we could probably bring in a free agent that will attract people. But
yeah, well, I was going to read this real quick. Christopher Cole said Kansas City escaped. Thanks for Chris for tuning in. Yeah, kind of, in a way. Jacksonville, I think it just came down with experience. It came down to experience. Between the Jags and Chiefs, Jags will certainly be back. Let's see. Nathan Snell, thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. He says the Bills should focus on defense. Yeah, definitely. They need a pass rush. Another pass rusher. Could use another guy in the secondary. The linebacking core is pretty good. So I would say pass rush and another defensive back should help the Bills. NFC South will still be wide open next season. That I actually agree with, because the other 3 teams in our division, Alec, are kind of rebuilding, and you don't know what the Saints are going to do. They're in cap hell, and they don't know who their quarterback's going to be. Falcons, Arthur Smith, I think, is on the hot seat. Desmond Ridder, let's see what he can do in his second year. And the Panthers, they're looking for a coach still, and they need a quarterback.
Wait a second, I'm gonna go downstairs real quick. I need to get something. Be right back.
But Brock Purdy is injured. Prescott showed him his paycheck, and his feeling got hurt. Okay, that's kind of clever. Yeah, so while Alec goes downstairs to get a snack, we're going to take a quick little break, and we will be right back here on the Ben Zone. Hang tight. Oh, that's wrong. And welcome back to the show. Took a little break there. Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Yeah, look, what's going on, man?
Love this hoodie.
Love this hoodie.
Yeah, I got it from my
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, dude. Like, what the fuck, man?
Or you got hacked?
I'm gonna look, man. Is this on my YouTube? Oh shit, man! Somebody hacked my shit. Fuck. Oh man,
Oh,
I've been hacked. Remember, I got hacked one time on Instagram, dude. Remember
I'll
that?
have you on Instagram.
You don't? Well, somebody
Uh,
said they hacked me on Instagram, dude. Holy shit!
what the fuck?
No, it's true. Look, dude. If somebody hacked, yeah, I know. Yeah, I
Bro, what
know.
the
Look,
fuck?
let me take a look, dude. This is. Oh my god. Anything can happen live, right?
That shit's fucking wild.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that. Fudge. Okay, I'm going right now. All right. I'm gonna make a report. All right. Shit.
It's just wild.
I know, right? Oh snap. Laughing my ass off. Yeah. Damn. It's
Bro,
crazy, man.
all I gotta say is MLB season's gonna be fire. That's all of our free agents that we're about to get. Woo!
Yeah.
Cannot wait. They were like in the front running.
Yes, they did, Scott. Somebody used my profile.
I wonder who
Assholes.
it
Let me find out. Let me find out who did it.
Yeah, the Cardinals are in talks to get Pablo Lopez from the Marlins. Oh, we need that shit.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
Didn't they make a trade the other day? The
Who,
Cardinals?
the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Not that I've seen. We only had like one thing we signed was Wilson Contreras, which we kind of needed because with Yachty retiring, that
Right.
was very much needed. But Pablo Lopez, like, because if you look at our pitching situation, we only have
Yeah.
Jordan Montgomery, we have God, fuck, I don't even know who we have anymore because I haven't seen who we let go. Let me
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, absolutely. I
It's the
thought
card.
no, you know what? That was the Twins. That's who they went with the Marlins. They got a
Yeah,
they traded
we still have Wayno for 1 year, and we have Jordan Montgomery for this year because I think he avoided arbitration. We have
yeah,
Jack Flaherty, which I hope he has a good year because he fell off this season because he came back from injury.
right.
We have Ryan Helsley, which is somewhat consistent, and then we have Miles Mikolas. If we get Pablo, that shit would be necessary. Pablo Lopez will be necessary for that because Jordan Montgomery's probably going to leave anyways.
Yeah.
Waste of a
So
trade.
I reported it, so we'll see what happens.
Almost there. Keep me on the charger.
Thanks, Siri.
How about this? You agree with this one? Camarda being the Pro Bowl Rookie of the Year?
I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
Right.
he's shown it on and off the field.
Chris, what's going on, bud? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. That's cute. The way you tied your hood laces, whatever that means. Oh man. So, with that being said,
That's a fucking case. Fuck that. Fuck that.
hey, are we playing tonight? I think we're playing the Blazers, right?
Yeah, we're playing. We're actually coming back right now.
Oh,
We were down like 40 to the Trailblazers. We were down 45 points. Now it's 76 to 83 against the Trailblazers.
oh shit,
LeBron went on a splooge fest.
dude! What?
He was
Are
at
you
like
serious? We were down by 45 points.
yeah, LeBron had 17 and a half, and then he's at 20. He scored 10 points in the third quarter right now. See,
Yeah, but I mean, you're saying we were down 45 points?
Yeah, we were down 45 points at half. The halftime score was 3-4. We were down 46 to like 70, like 73 to like 6 to like 40. It was like something like it was like around like, let me see exactly the math. So I know it was like they had like either 70 or 80 or something like that. Because they only scored 13 points this quarter. Yeah, it was bad. Like I saw the score, and I was like, you can't make this up. I thought
How about
LeBron was out. Yeah, it was
yeah,
71 to 66.
right now, right? That's
Oh
what the
no,
score.
well, actually, it was 71 to 46. Yeah,
No,
I
it
mean,
was only 20. Yeah,
at first it was like a little bit bigger of a gap, but like
yeah.
LeBron started scoring towards the end to put some points up. But
Let me say this real quick. Corey, the Magic are doing pretty good for Ben Panchero's like, man, probably rookie of the year, early candidate for rookie of the year. Doing good. Yeah, I just got the Golden Knights on right now. We're down like 2-1 against the Coyotes. Well, Alec, I think we're pretty much done with the divisional round football talk. Oh, here's the score.
yeah,
Trailblazers
right now
80.
we're down at 8 now.
Okay.
I mean, it's
Uh,
kind of, if you look at it from a standpoint of like, because look at imagine this, right?
yeah, go ahead.
The Mavs score at half. Imagine only Damian Lillard having 8 points or 11 points at half. You wouldn't think
Yeah,
the score would be like that, right? It's
right.
fucking wild.
Yeah,
It's like
Odette for the update. Blazers up by 8. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
and I just cast LeBron points at live.
Corey says King James is washed up.
Oh,
I don't think he's washed up, but we just don't have any shooters. We don't have AD. But what a win, though. Friday night, man, the way we pulled that one out against Memphis, that was.
I mean, I thought we was gonna lose it, but like, I think it was Brandon Clark that shot the free throw and missed.
Yeah.
You seen
Yeah.
the Uncle Shay fucking argue with John Morant, and it was
Yeah. Well, it was
who was
Morant.
it?
It was with Dylan Brooks. He was
Yeah,
guarding
Dylan
the
Brooks, and
and
he called
then
Shannon Sharp a pedestrian. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, and then Morant got into it, and then that's where Jaw's father was sitting, like right behind the basket, or getting into it with Shannon. It was, dude, that Undisputed show is going to be fun to watch in the morning. Oh man. Okay. Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and take off here, but I want to thank everybody for coming on this show tonight. Even on live TV, I got hacked so by YouTube. So hopefully it's just a minor incident, but I reported it. Alec, any final thoughts?
Mm-mm.
No.
I
Okay.
just hope it's Eagles and Bengals. The teams, one that should have won it last year, and one that everybody was hoping they'll go to the Super Bowl. But I wanted it to be the Eagles and Cowboys next week because I wanted that. Oh, it's like I wanted, because you know how like Eagles fans were saying they won, or Cowboys said that Eagles won the last time because they had Cooper Rush, and then the Cowboys fans were saying or the Eagles fans saying Cowboys won because they had Gardner Minshew. I just wanted that to settle the debate,
Okay.
and that's all I wanted. But hopefully, yeah, Lakers just made it a 6-point game, or 5, 6, yeah, 6-point game.
Okay.
I mean, King James may be washed up, but guess what? I put $100 on his live points and he already cashed it. It
There
was
you go.
30 and a half.
There
And he
you
had
go.
17 and a half, and I put $100 on that shit.
So
I
Corey,
did it
he's
twice. I did it
points.
twice. I did it for 30 and a half, and I did it for 31 and a half. Hopefully he gets one more point. I see this NBA where they don't do shit. the rest of the game. So hopefully
Yeah.
LeBron drops one more point so I can do the extra $100. But we'll be seeing.
Okay. Well,
But if you want
Odette's
a good hoodie, you gotta get this. This is fire.
hold on, let me put you on the solo layout. What is that?
Oh, it's this one Twitch follower I have. She has her own
Mhm.
like merch. This shit is fire for the price you pay. This shit is
Okay.
comfortable.
Okay.
Comfortable.
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
I still had to buy my Zagnif apparel because I told myself this year I would start buying like small business, like their
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I supported my friend's Twitch business. I bought his merch. Then I bought my homegirl's merch, and then I'm just to try to help support all small businesses all year
Sounds good, man.
instead
Sounds
of buying
good.
like Nike and name brand stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Oh
Yeah,
wait,
that's
foul. Is it gonna be on LeBron free throws? Is it a LeBron free throw?
I'll turn on the game real quick. See
I'm
what-
hoping I hope it's a LeBron free throw.
Just a second. Just a second.
It says Nurkic shooting foul.
All right.
Yep. Let's go.
Hey, fouled LeBron on that one.
Yep. Double points. I don't know what it is. LeBron had 17 points at half. They put 30. Oh, LeBron's gonna get his freaking points. I don't care what anybody says. He's a stat pad. He's trying to break the record.
Yeah,
Because
that's fine.
I think he needs to average 30 points a game. Something like that to at least have it before All-Star game. And apparently this year, if he breaks the record before like the All-Star weekend, they're trying to make a big ass like thing for him. But
yeah,
hey, if
we'll
he
see
gets
what-
it, he gets it. I mean, listen, I mean, I can't hate him. It's just like the only thing I don't like about LeBron is how he went from team to team that was already built and like ring chased. That's the only thing I just don't like about him. Like he's a
Yeah.
great player, but it's just you can't really say he's like the GOAT because MJ, I still think MJ is the GOAT and Kobe. It's the only two GOATs in the NBA history, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But
I don't even. Well, if I have LeBron in my top 10, he'd be probably number 10. He'd just be at the 10th spot.
I mean, I give him credit where credit is due. It's just you can't
Yeah.
like if you're trying to be like the best like player in the Lakers uniform, you
Yeah.
can't beat Kobe. You can't. You really can't. Like ever since Kobe Bryant came out with his interview saying that every single night, like because you have to say like they'll do like the whole load management.
Mhm.
He would say like, "Oh, he's like I'm gonna play no matter what because I'm pretty sure there's a fan in the stands that wants to see me play. I'm not gonna just let that fan be disappointed."
Yeah.
Ever since then, I have more respect for him on that one.
Anthony
Bill
says,
Russell, yeah, too.
Anthony says you got to throw Bill Russell in there too. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
If I can go through my top 10,
yeah, let's
that'd
talk
be
about
tough.
that.
I got Michael Jordan. I got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe, Larry Bird. I can't say Sky Pippen because he was who's the trying? The name is popping head like, into my head. The player that it was the NBA logo, Jerry West.
Jerry West, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
5. Kevin Garnett. You got
Okay.
Ray Allen. Dwayne Wade. Trying to think of what else.
Odette says, I think this is Odette. Her grandson plays basketball. Her team, I think, won tonight. His team won tonight, 91-86. Congratulations.
Yes, I have Michael Jordan as number 1 on my list. I mean, it's a tie between him and Kobe. Shit. Oh, Tim Duncan. And
yeah,
Kawhi Leonard. Like my top 10. Like I'll have a few from before I used to watch. And I have like five now because if it wasn't for Kawhi, the Raptors would never win that whole NBA championship. Everybody knows that Kawhi was like the reason why they won that championship. Not the Spurs, but the Raptors.
Yeah, I agree. Although
Isaiah
Kevin
Thomas, he
Durant-
beat all the goats in the playoffs at some point. Wait, who wrote that? Anthony?
yeah, I'm typing in my top 10 of all time because I don't want to go through all the say it myself. So let's go.
Like my list is very like. I mean, I mix the old with the new because I can't because there's some players I like in this today's era. But it's
Yeah.
like LeBron, Kobe, and Michael Jordan. They're tied. It's like I can't decide between both because they both won the same amount of rings. They both stay with the same team when they won their championships.
Yeah.
Zelmo Beatty.
Hold on one
Or
second.
you can never forget White Mamba on the Bulls. I forgot his name, but I think he played for Brian Scalabrine. White Mamba.
Oh,
Shit is wild. Yeah, Simons has 25 points tonight. And as soon as I cashed LeBron points, the whole bench went in. I'm surprised we still have Juan Toscano Anderson. And shout out to the Magic. They brought their player back from injury. Jonathan Isaac, first time playing in 2 years. Bro, if you watch anytime they update their injury, like say he's coming back, the comments, like if you want a good laugh, just read the comments. Because they're like, he came back from injury for that, 2 years for that. He's just, I don't know. It's Florida State players in basketball. I don't know what it is. Like they go to NBA, some succeed, some don't. Like everybody had high praise for Jonathan Isaac out of the draft, and then
yeah.
but watch out for Victor Wembanyama. That dude's different. But I don't think I don't see him like progressing that well early. He'll probably like get drafted and sent to like the G League.
Mhm.
Yeah, Bill Russell, Tim Duncan, Kobe, Hakeem, Shaq, LeBron, and Dr. J.
Yeah.
I can agree with mostly all of those. I mean, yeah, Shaq, because Shaq and Kobe was definitely different. And whoever
Yeah.
made that post saying that AD and LeBron can beat LeBron and Kobe and Shaq is freaking smoking crack.
let me read the comments.
That shit is wild.
Bob Pettit. Yeah. Bob, good player back in the day. Never saw him play live, but yep.
I still
That's
do
Odette.
that.
Oakland plays high school basketball. Yeah. Zelmo Beatty. I've heard of that name, but I'm not familiar. Sorry, I thought you would catch my short texting. Oh, it's okay, Odette. It's okay. No need to apologize. Let's see. This is who made this list? I think it's Magic, MJ, Bill Russell, Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird, Kobe, Braun, Kareem. Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about. How did I forget about Kareem? I don't know. Maybe I just felt like Olajuwon was. I put him in the top 10 because he was very unique. His footwork was great. Yeah, Kareem should be in the top 10. That's my fault. Steph is making a play to join the top 10 too. Yeah, that's fair. Steph Curry, that's fair. Changed the game around. Now it's more about shooting. How about that guy who married Carmen Electra? Yeah, Dennis Rodman. Yeah, probably one of the greatest rebounders in NBA history. Anthony says, Scott, Dennis Rodman, best rebounder in the history of the league. He can save us from a nuclear war in North Korea. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Damn,
Whatever.
Hey,
Oh,
Thomas
man.
Bryant showing up tonight. I don't care if he says he has 8 rebounds. 8 rebounds and 22 points. He's doing what Russell Westbrook can't do tonight. And Troy Brown with a flat 0. Yeah, I put Dame points on the side, so I put $5 on it, and that shit is definitely not hitting.
Nope.
He had a bad start. Like, I was watching it. I was like, he was like 1 for 8. Me personally, he needs to go to a different team. Like, I get it, you're trying to stay loyal to your team and everything, but
Yeah.
you gotta leave. Like, if you want a ring, I mean, I wouldn't say ring chase, but like go to a team where they can build around off that.
I think Lillard's just happy where he's at. He doesn't want to go anywhere. I mean, some players are just like that. They like to be where they're at. So whatever. I mean, good for him. You know, a lot of players didn't win a title. Iverson, Stockton Malone, Barkley. A lot of guys didn't win titles. So it's tough, man. You know, but they.
I just hope it doesn't affect his. I also hope it doesn't affect his Hall of Fame voting, because I know that like the Hall of Fame, like in the NBA, it kind of like tarnishes it a little bit and sets you back a little bit because you don't have a championship or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Stockton's in the Hall of Fame. Malone's in the Hall of Fame. It didn't hurt.
No, but it pushes them back a couple of years. They try to go through like the ones that like won championships or something like that.
I think Stockton was first ballot though. I think he was.
Now that Jason is going to prison, I'm number 1.
Oh boy, that'd be scary, man.
You know,
Anthony Rodman was a rock star, went to North Korea and kicked it with Kim Il Young, then dated Madonna at her peak, married himself, then married Carmen Electra.
I can't believe he did that. I saw a documentary. He married himself. I heard the rumors like while I was growing up watching basketball until I watched the documentary, and I was like, "Oh shit, it wasn't lying." Dude married himself. Shit is wild.
Well, that was because he did that for his book signing. Remember, he had his book come out like in the mid '90s. That's why he did that. Dressed up as a bride.
I just hope.
Yeah.
I just hope that they don't, because this year's rookie class is amazing. Even though I hope they don't do Victor Wembanyama how they do most like G League players. I mean, they're gonna do it anyways. They're gonna put him in like some like whatever team they go to. They're gonna put him in their like G League or their like side team that they have. Because he's built the same way as Chet Holmgren.
Yeah.
And you see how that worked for him, but I feel like he's probably gonna be on the summer league team and then go from there. But wish Scottie Pippen Jr. was playing for us right now, because he actually like had some upside to him, and I guess it wasn't in their plans. I guess.
I still think he's a little raw right now, so that's why they're keeping him down in the G League, so he could get better. But
and I think we had Shaq's son on our team.
Oh yeah. Well, he went to UCLA too. I think was that him, or I think that's somebody else. I'm thinking of.
No, that's I think you're talking. Oh no, I don't think he went his. Did he? Oh, so we signed some. I think we drafted Shaq's son. They can like the post draft, like the undrafted.
Yeah,
I think it's Reef O'Neal.
Let me read this comment here.
O'Neal.
Anthony says, "Look, it's simple. MJ kept a ton of the greats from winning rings. Everybody has gotten a little taste in the LeBron era. My favorite was when my Spurs took LeBron down. Yeah, that was I think it was 2014 when the Spurs beat Miami. They beat them 4-1. That was a Spurs have had some great teams, man. 5 NBA championships. Was it 5? I think it was 5. Yeah.
Yeah, Sharif O'Neal signs with the Nevada G League. He has a 6-figure contract.
Anthony Handy, welcome to Ben Zone on the NFL, the NBA edition.
I mean, that's what it's gonna be like soon. In about like what 3 weeks.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. And next weekend, we're going to talk about the Royal Rumble. Might do a pregame show on that for the show before Royal Rumble starts Saturday night.
I feel like
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes wins it. I'm just gonna. It depends on what entry number he goes in the match in, but they already know. Like,
I pretty much think he's winning that. I mean, The Rock's not going to be there because they already announced he says he doesn't have time to get in ring shape. So, yeah.
I just hope it's not that whole Kevin Owens Roman Reigns fight is gonna be the most dumbest. They already know Roman Reigns is gonna lose that or win that match anyways.
Yeah, but I mean, they got to give him an opponent, so he's got to defend the title sometime. So,
I thought like that Friday, I thought they were gonna backstab Sami Zayn, but I guess they're delaying it a little bit longer.
just a couple more weeks, you'll see it happen. Probably at the Rumble, you'll probably see it happen. So,
I feel like it's gonna be like Roman Reigns wins the fight, and then he congratulates Roman Reigns with him, and then the Usos just do their way, and then bye bye. So I feel like it ends, but probably come at WrestleMania, in my opinion.
Anthony says, yeah, they got 5 rings the Spurs did with 2 different cast of characters. The first couple were with the old guard, Robinson, Elliott, Avery Johnson, and more with the new guard, Parker Ginobili, Patty Mills.
2-point game. 2-point game now.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Anthony, those teams were incredible. Again, they ruled
Thomas Bryant.
2000s.
It's gonna be a 3. Can you believe that there is a show on called MILF Manor? There actually is. It's a freaking thing. I'm knowing that Scott said it. I'm kind of like weirded out.
It's either Pornhub or some porn site that he's lurking through.
Oh, see, it is a porn site.
Yeah, he agrees. Yeah, is it Pornhub or what? Is that where you get your weather at? Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Anthony says, wait a minute, we forgot somebody to add on the honorable mention list. Robert Horry won 7 rings with a rack of teams. Mr. Clutch was always good for a clutch 3-pointer in a tight game. Yeah. He won, I think it was 3 with the Spurs, 2 with the Lakers, or 3 with the Lakers, 2 with the Spurs, or 3 with the Spurs, something like that. 2 with the Rockets, I know that. I think it was 2 with the Lakers or Spurs, one of them. But he got 3 from somebody. But yeah, 7 rings. 7 rings. It's pretty impressive, man. And by the way, I think Horry for 2002 when he hit that. Remember against the Kings where that ball got tipped, and we were down 2-1. He hit that 3 to tie the series up, keep us in it. So I'll always be thankful for that. And Scott says, now it's a real show. Yeah, well.
I guess because he brought the whole Pornhub.
Yeah. Yes, sir, Anthony. Patty Mills, and Kawhi sealed that Spurs Game 5 win against the Heat. Yeah. And that was pretty much the end for
fell off on the Nets a little bit. But he was great with the Spurs. It's just with the Nets, he's not the same Patty Mills because they don't use him as much in the offense.
Yeah.
In transition or anything. Jason will look good in orange.
Okay. Scott, I'm starting to wonder if that's you, man. That's hacking my YouTube, dude. Not to keep an eye on you, man. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think it is. Yeah, it's like I've been hacked on Instagram. I've been hacked on Facebook too, but that was the first time I've been hacked on YouTube. Dude. Ugh. Anyway, well, Mr. Schomburg, we're going to take off, but I want to thank you for coming on for a little bit, discussing the games and bringing a new conversation in, like basketball and stuff. We'll talk more about that. I might go on tomorrow. We'll see. We'll talk about some hoops. We talked about Houston losing, Kansas losing. So we don't know who probably Purdue's going to be the number one, be number one tomorrow when the rankings come out, but it'll
See,
change.
that Houston team, telling everybody, someone's gonna pull it off in the March Madness, and it's gonna be somebody there's gonna be a St. Peter's team in the March Madness that no one knows, and
True.
it's gonna probably be playing against them. But like I feel like Houston will make it out of their region, but when it comes to like the Sweet 16,
Yeah.
uh-uh.
Scott, I only do Facebook. Okay. That's good. Good stuff, fellas. Anthony, holla at you later. Anthony, thank you for coming on, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the comments. And with that being said, everybody, we're going to take off, but thank you for everybody that commented on my show tonight. Stepped in for a few minutes. Mr. Schomburg, thank you. And I will see you. Will you be on this Thursday for NFL edition?
Probably for a little bit, yeah.
Okay, and then
Probably
Friday.
an hour or two.
Not sure. Yet, but
Friday
that's
is Friday I work this weekend. With that next weekend.
okay. We'll see you next weekend. So, everybody, have a good night. Take care and enjoy your week. And we will be back next Friday night for Have At It episode 7. We'll do the AFC and NFC championship preview and talk about the Royal Rumble as well. So coming up next Saturday. So guys, have a good night. Take care, and I will see you soon.